Hi, this is Charlie giving you Friday's market commentary. I hope you're very well. I've just bringing the account over so that you can see um, some trades that I'd been in overnight. So I'd been in a euro dollar trade, which obviously as you can see has closed out. It's only small for a small loss there, and I'm currently in a gold long trade. Now, the euro, actually the gold long trade, I've made a mistake on my position sizing. I put it in way under position size. It's only up £5. So not really much I can do about it. Just got the position sizing wrong on the contracts. So instead of going 3 units, sorry, there we go. So instead of going 3 units, I should have gone 30 units, and so it's not really made much difference. We're up $3, but I'm only up £5. Anyway, the euro dollar though, let's concentrate on that first of all. Now the euro dollar, I put a long in overnight yesterday evening. I think we were up at about 137.15 at the time, and because we've got a triple divergence in play on the euro dollar at the moment on the 4 hourly charts time frame, so a nice big triple divergence. And I was looking at the charts yesterday, and although yes, it's a bearish candle and all of that, we're still sort of clinging on to the 50-day moving average, which is a bit more pronounced on the e-signal charts, which I'm looking at off screen. So yes, the bigger trend is down. I want to be on the short side of this market. I've been saying it for the last few days to our traders in the room, but I'd rather be on the short side from a bit higher up. It wouldn't surprise me if we came up to do a test of this daily 21 moving average, so which again on eSignal has yet to be tested. So I'm looking at this and last night thinking, well, actually I wonder if this may just drift up. Now it may not, so I'm looking at it again this morning, and obviously we're waiting for the non-farm payroll figures. I'm just wondering if we're going to float up today. So what I'm doing is I'm just sitting here waiting for this to turn a little bit, and once it does, then I'll go in again. Now, what happened here is if I take it to an hourly chart, all we've done so far is done a double bottom. So I put my stop below the low there, and so it's just nicked me out just in the last hour actually. So that's what I'm going to look at to do. So I'll wait for a price to come probably up into the bands or something like that, and then I'll give it another shot from down here. I can go in for another smallish position and then just see how it's going to go. It's counter trend, but I have these divergences in play, and so at the moment. So I'm just going to see if this market may actually, it doesn't, yeah, just it may actually want to go up for a day or two, and if that's the case, then I want to be on that, and then I'll be looking to switch to getting short again, probably at some point into next week. So that's the plan anyway. If it just comes down here today, then I'll get stopped out again. So simple as that. But at least I have a trading plan revolved around that. There's not really too much else going on. Like I say, I've missed out on my opportunity on gold at the moment to put a proper position in. I only noticed it long after I'd already got in. It gone up, and I thought, looks at the account thinking, why has that account not moved much? So that was my mistake there. So anyway, so I'll press pause for now, and we'll just see if this is going to come up a little bit, and then see if I can get in on this. Okay, so I've just gone in here just with 2 units, just bring them over. Sorry, I was on the phone whilst I was doing it, so that's why I didn't do it live. But I've gone into, had an e-signal issue. Anyway, so I've gone along there at 137 basically. Stops very tight, look, as you can see, 4 pip stop. I could put a big position in really if I wanted to, but actually let's put a couple more in because it's such a small stop loss. I might as well put a couple more in. So let's do that. Let's see if we can get a couple more in. There we go. Right. and if I wanted to, I could put even more in because it's so small. But it's not the best of setups, so so I'm not going to put any more than that in. So I've got 4 in now, and we'll see. But for the sake of a 4 pip stop, then I might as well put those 4 in, and we'll see. What I'm looking for essentially here today is for this. If I can get a pen, let's bring the pen up. Is for it to just gradually sort of scoop up, probably over the next few hours, is for a scooping sort of movement there on this euro dollar. So that's what I'm looking potentially for. And so I'm just checking my signal again. Yeah, that's fine. For this scoop to scoop up, it's got a lot of resistance to get in the way. It's going to have hourly 21 moving average coming down on top of it, so there's going to be some resistance coming through at various levels, but that's what I'm sort of looking for because of that daily chart. So it's the bigger time frame I'm looking at, and so if we come back out to that daily chart, so I can do that and then do that, I'm looking for this to actually come up, where a lot of participants after yesterday's candle on the day before are going to be looking for more downside, which is logically correct, but I don't always trade logically because I don't always like trading where everybody thinks the market's going to go. And so I'm giving this a go. It's a low risk to high reward trade, so that's the point with a lot of trading, is that you look at a trade in a different way, not necessarily where the logical move should be or will be. Sometimes it's just that you see a potential. Prices come into the bands down here, so I'm thinking, well, okay, usually once price comes into the band, it's not going to just roll over straight away. Then if it can start to gain some traction for the sake of risking 4 pips, then it's worthwhile for the potential reward on this trade. So we shall see. I'll press pause for now. We'll come back to this later. Okay, so the euro's coming up a little bit now, so it's all so tiny this morning. It looks like it's moving a lot, but we know it's moved 4 pips from my entry, so I'm up 4 pips. I risk 4 pips, I'm up 4 pips. But I've put an order in to close out half of that position at 137.10, and the reason I've done that is if I go out to the hourly chart, we've got this hourly 21 coming down, looming down on top of us, so I suspect that will create some resistance, so I'll take half there and then we'll just see what happens with the remainder. So that's if it can get up there. Anyway, it's got a lot of resistance to slice through. My gold trade is moving up quite nicely, but so there's not really too much to do with that, but we'll see with this one here on the euro dollar. So I'm off down the gym. I'll be back later. Okay, so it's taken a bit, but the euro's obviously just come up and hit that 137.10, so let's go out and have a look at that hourly chart. Oh, it's still not quite hit that 21, so but it's just blipped up anyway. So I thought it'd take a long time, so let's bring up the account as it stands. So interestingly, as it stands, back to 0 for the day on that trade because of the obviously the overnight loss. But I mean, literally all I'll do now is move my stop up to break even on the remainders and just see how they go, and we'll see if we can get a runner today. It could well be that the euro just slams down at 130 on the non-farm payrolls, but if it does that, then my stops are up anyway. If, however, it starts moving up, then we'll probably be looking to add to this position. But nevertheless, whatever happens, I'm going to look to try and run this position now. So we'll see on this. So I'll press pause for now. Right, just back. Looks like that euro dollar has stopped me out at break even for the remainder. This is not actually, the news isn't out yet, so this is moving ahead of the news. So it's only 20 past 1 at the moment. So let's have a look at that account and bring it across. So all in all, not too bad at the moment. So there it is. So we got the stop outs there. So there you go, lost 3 and 2 on the slippage. But as a result of the winners earlier on the 10 pips taking half, then it still means that I'm only down 64 when, remember, that overnight trade was down what, 100 and 114 or whatever it was, 116. So that's that. And that gold, that whopping gold, it's sitting at £16 now. The one I made a mistake on. So anyway, we're waiting for the news. So my plan for the news is potentially, believe it or not, to trade this euro dollar on the long side again. So I may well be trading this euro dollar. I think this is just a bit of noise at the moment ahead of the news. If it starts rushing up, I will highly likely be trying to trade this on the long side. If it doesn't and it plunges down, then I'm probably going to switch and start looking at trading the dollar yen on the long side. So I have a plan. I'll come back to this in as the news comes out. Okay, so here we go. So the news is out. Looks like we're going to be going up. So I'm probably going to want to be buying this in a minute. So I'm just going to, okay, I'm trying to get in. Couldn't get in there. So just got stuck there a little bit. Better change this around and then change it back. That's how I have to do it to get it working again. Right, now give me 50,000s. Tried to get in then. Come on, let me in. Right, buying in. Got 1 unit in. Now, I'm going to have to get these in and get my stops in quickly, because this could obviously plunge and I could get this completely wrong. 136.89. Just trying to get my stops in at the moment. Get another one in, so I'll get 3 units in. 136.89. Let's get the other stop in place. 136.89. Right, so I've got 3 units in, and so just going to see how it goes for the minute here. Like I've been saying this all day, I'm looking for the euro to go up, and then we're going to have to see. So I've put my stops just below the low. I'm just going to see if this actually can break up, or if it's just going to completely collapse. The dollar yen's come down, that's I'd rather that. That was my preferred scenario, and I want the euro to carry on going up. So I'm long euro dollar, and we're just going to see if this can continue. So let's see. So I've got my orders in. I've got those entries in at 14 and 17. I've got 3 units in at 14 and 17. We're just going to see what's going to happen here. Getting a bit volatile at the moment, just moving around, and we're just going to see if this actually euro dollar can push up here this afternoon. If it can't, then I've got whatever the stop is. It's not too great, about 25 pips, which isn't that big when you're relative to looking at the news. So yen's actually gone up and gone down, so and it's coming down at the moment. So we're hoping that this whole scenario that I've been talking about all day here on this video update is that looking for this euro dollar to push up. I've got a target up there about in the 30s, so we're just going to see if this can push up. There's no point in me even bringing the account across at the moment because it's not really doing anything at the moment. So it's really just a case of seeing if this is going to work. So I'm risking, it was 3 units I've got in, and I'm just going to see if this can push up or whether it's going to come down and stop me out. So if it stops me out, like I said, I'm in at 17, so that's 27 pips, and 14 is 25 pips or 24 pips. So okay, thanks. So we've got the figures out. The figures are a little bit below the forecast. Thanks there, Bozjak. So at the moment, it's at that bit of a move up, and now it's a case of whether this euro can indeed push up here, or whether it's going to come down, nick me out, could do, and then come back up again. Could do that to a lot of traders. So, or whether it's going to follow through. So what we want to see is whether we're going to get this follow through. And if it does start to follow through and push up, then I might be able to get some more entries in. But at the moment, I've just put the 3 in, just going to see. Right, I'll press pause for now. Okay, just back. As we can see, the euro did come down, so it stopped me out. So let's bring up the account. Unfortunately, so I've been stopped out there for 300 odd pounds. The dollar, the gold trade actually did go up and hit the target for a massive £19, but fortunately I've got that obviously replicated elsewhere, so I am up better elsewhere on that. But I don't think this is quite over. I'm watching the yen and watching the euro, and the yen looks to me like it may actually want to do a spinning top on the hourly. So I'm going to bring the dollar yen up. I think we've got a trade coming on the dollar yen. So what I'm looking for is to see if this is going to come back into the bands. And if it comes into the bands, then I'm going to be looking to short it. I'm going to look and do the opposite because I suspect this is going to want to finish on a spinning top on the hourly charts. So I'm just watching this. I'm not looking to go long with this dollar yen because of the way that it's set up on the hourly charts. I suspect this is going to that's what's going to happen. So I'm just waiting to see if this is going to come into the bands here, and then I'll be looking to get some shorts off for a few points. And the euro I'm still watching because I still think that euro could still set up for a long. It's still possible, but it may do a spinning top as well. So that's the potential on the euro dollar as well. So might be able to make a little bit of money on. It wouldn't be too much. Could be looking at around about 90, maybe into the 80s on this. So it won't require too big a stop on this. Oh, I better press pause on this recording, but it won't require too big a stop, so I'll just press pause for now. Units against this because the stops aren't going to be too big. So okay, so I just pressed record again. So we're looking to see if I can get some units in here. So I want to sell on strength on a little bit of green here. If we can get a little bit of green, then I'll be looking to sell. So I'm looking to sell if it's going to give it to me. Don't come straight down. So we've got the plan. It's got to be a bit patient. I want to still get a decent fill if I can. But if it comes straight down, then I don't get that fill, which is what it's doing at the moment. And the euro is coming back up. So I may well be getting back in on the long side of the euro dollar yet. But the plan was here to trade this on the dollar yen, but it's not giving it to me just yet. Let's go back and have a look at this euro dollar. Look at the euro coming up. I will be looking to get back in on the long side on the euro dollar, most likely. So let's press pause for a second. I'm going to start to put some. Okay, so the euro dollar. To me, I think we've put a low in, so I want to be long, and it may be that I end up being long over the weekend. So I'm putting in another 3 units here, and we're going to see. I suspect what it's going to do is close on a doji or something like that. So I've put 3 units in, and I'll probably put a 4th one in actually, and then we'll see with that. My analysis stands, so there goes the 4th unit. So I've put 4 units in on the euro dollar. I'd quite like to still trade the dollar yen, but that one's, I think that's come down already, so we'll keep our eye on that one. But well, the euro dollar is the one. It's flushed, and and this is the thing with trading. You have to go with, like I always say, with your analysis. The top-down approach, the bigger time frame analysis, which I had in play. Then I'm just waiting to see if the smaller time frame confirms. Sometimes when you're trading around news like this, you can still get stopped out. I've got to put my stops in on this, by the way. But you can still get stopped out on the volatility. But overall, your analysis is still correct, and the market comes back up. So I'm giving this second opportunity because I think that that's what this market wants to do. Based on my analysis, I think I've been stopped out. I'm hoping that this obviously is a low point now, and that I'm going to be okay. What could happen is that this actually just fizzles out as we go through the afternoon. Doesn't do much today, but then it'll go up maybe into Monday. So I'm willing to hold this over the weekend and see. So that's that one. There's nothing too much to say about the dollar yen at the moment. I shall press pause recording. Okay, so we've got back into that. Remember that euro dollar, and it is going in my direction currently. So we're going to see if it can get up into those 30s, and then we'll be looking to see where we may actually, close out. So we shall see on that one. But it's got a little bit further to go at the moment, and then start seeing if we can take some profit off the table on this euro dollar. So but sometimes they don't always go straight up to your targets. They'll get so far, then they then they slow down. So then always go straight up like that. It's nice when they do, but not always. So we'll see. So it's so far so good on this euro dollar. I was trying to get in as on this dollar yen, but that was such a shame because that's had the opposite reaction. It was just a pip or two of getting into that. So I'm trading this euro dollar with the guys in the room at the moment. So we're just going to see if this can get up there, or if it's going to now take several hours more. Just it could just settle and start to consolidate and pull back, and but the important thing is, and I've said this already, I know I'm repeating myself, it all comes back to your analysis. Get your analysis top-down approach first, and then you trade with the market that moves in line with your overall analysis, and it makes your job a lot easier as a trader. So I'll press pause for now, just while we're waiting to see if this is going to go. Right, okay, so just back. It's a loser today because this euro dollar has come down. As we can see, it's come down and nicked my stop at the low. This is an hourly chart here, so it's come down and nicked the stop. And so overall, 700 and odd pounds. I've got 19 pounds whopper on this account of gains. So it's just over 700 pounds of losses today. But that's the trade overnight. I did another trade with the guys in the room here this afternoon. So it's 4 trades and down 700 pounds on that. And so we were just talking to the guys. Four trades down 700. That's the challenge account. So which I always trade when I'm showing the accounts and doing this on a Friday, and it's less than 2%. So I think this is. We were just discussing this with the traders in the room. That if you can have 3-4 trades and you're still only losing less than 2%, you're still in the game. And it's when traders lose multiple percents, 5%, 6, 7, 8, whatever, in a day, then that's harder for them to make it back. For me, I've just done 4 trades to lose just under 2%. That's still fairly comfortable. No one wants to have losing trades. But you have to say, well, c'est la vie. You go with your analysis, and you have a lot more confidence in your trading if you do that. We'll see how we get on next week. And for now, have a great weekend.